Hello students, welcome to virtual classroom. Today in this video we will study about reflex action. In the last video we have seen about cranial nerves and spinal nerves. So reflex action, it is a quick, automatic, involuntary and often unconscious action which is brought about when the receptors are stimulated by external or internal stimuli. And the path along which the action is carried out is called reflex arc. Reflex actions, they are controlled by central nervous system. Now there are different types of reflex actions. First, they are classified as first on the basis of control over the actions. Again, they are of two types: cranial reflexes and spinal reflexes. Cranial reflexes, they are carried out by brain. They are slow in action. For example, watering of mouth on sight or smell of good delicious food. Spinal reflexes, they are carried out through spinal cord and they are required in urgency and they are quick in action. For example, withdrawal of leg while stepping on something which is hot or pointed. Next is based on previous experiences. Again, they are of two types: unconditional reflexes and conditional reflexes. Unconditional reflexes, they do not require any previous experience. For example, coughing, yawning, sneezing. While conditional reflexes, they are based on previous experiences. For example, dancing, cycling, swimming. So initially these actions, they are voluntary. When learning is been done, they become involuntary. Third type is according to number of synapses involved. They are again of two types: simple monosynaptic and complex polysynaptic reflexes. Simple monosynaptic reflexes involves only sensory and motor neurons. For example, knee jerk reflexes. While complex polysynaptic reflexes, they involve sensory, motor and mixed neurons, like in case of cycling or swimming. Next is reflex action. The reflex action is completed in series of events. For example, burning of finger. So there is pain due to heat and because of that stimulus is generated. So sensory impulse is formed and it is carried by dendrites innervating the skin. An impulse is carried to the association neuron by axon of sensory neuron. When impulse reaches the end of the axon, there is a synapse. Synaptic transmission, it is a chemical in nature and the synaptic buttons and the end of the axon releases a neurotransmitter, that is acetylcholine. So acetylcholine, it fills the synaptic gap and helps in chemical transmission of the impulse from axon of one neuron to dendron of the other neuron. And once the impulse reaches the dendrites of association neuron, axonic buttons release an enzyme, that is acetylcholine esterase, which neutralizes the acetylcholine and again a synaptic gap is formed. So this mechanism helps to receive new impulse and it avoids the mixing of different impulses. Later the association neuron receives sensory impulse, so it interprets it, analyzes it and generates motor impulse. Now motor impulse again travels through synapse between association neuron and motor neuron. Now the impulse travels through motor neuron and reaches ultimately effector organ like skeletal muscle. It may be gland also in any other example. Now next is elements of simple reflex arc, and it is made up of 5 elements. These are first receptor organs. So receptor organ is a specialized part of body which is called as sense organs that receives the stimulus and converts it into the impulse. For example, receptor organs like skin, eye, ear, tongue, etc. Next is sensory neuron, which is afferent in nature. So it carries sensory nerve impulse from receptor organ to central nervous system. And its cyton is located in dorsal root ganglion. So its dendron is long and connected to receptor, while the axon enters in the gray matter of the spinal cord to form a synapse. Next is motor neuron, which is effector in nature. So its cyton is present in the ventral horn of gray matter and axon travels through ventral root. It conducts motor impulse from spinal cord to effector organ. Fourth is association neuron. It is present in the gray matter of spinal cord and it receives sensory impulse. It interprets and generates motor impulse. The last one is effector organ. It may be muscles or glands. So it is a specialized part of the body which is excited by receiving the motor impulse, and it gives proper response to the stimulus. So the effector organ gives a proper response like contraction of the muscle or secretion of the gland. Now, reflex action play major or vital role in our body. They help us to adjust quickly to the changing environment. And most of the reflexes, they are controlled by spinal cord without involving brain, and prevents overloading of the brain and brain fatigue. So the life may have been in danger in the absence of reflex action. Thus, reflexes have survival value. So this is all about reflex action. I hope you have understood, students. In the next video, we'll learn about autonomic nervous system. Okay then, students, take care. Goodbye.